Welcome back to Explore Travel TV. My name is David L. Peters, and on this channel I normally do travel tips and tricks and travel vlogs and explore Vegas, but sometimes I also do travel product reviews. And today I do have a travel product. It is a solar-powered power bank that you can use for your cell phones or your cameras or anything. So when you are out and about and you're traveling and you need some backup power, that's what this does. So, and this is by IXNINE or IXNINE, whatever you call it. That's the brand name for it. So I'm going to go over the features of this, what you get in the box, how it works, and does it really work? We're going to take a look at it coming up next. Quick disclaimer, the company did send me this product, but they're not sponsoring this video and they're not paying me to say anything particular. So all the opinions that you will hear are mine, and I can be truthful and honest. Okay, let's talk about the features first. Well, this has a 25,000 milliamp battery built into this pack. Now, they say that you can charge your iPhones 8 times or 9 times. You can charge a Samsung up to 6 times, a mini iPad about 4 times or so forth. I used my cell phone, which is a Samsung S20 FE, for my true life examples. We're going to talk about that a little bit more on how this actually worked for that. Now you also have 4 solar panels built into it. It's all part of the case, and these are 6 watts. You get about 6 watts of power to charge your battery. You get 2 USB-A ports. They're located down in here. And each one of these is 5 volt or 2.1 amps. And you get 1 mini USB port to charge the unit up. So you can charge it up from home. You don't have to use the solar panels. You charge it up from home. It is a bit quicker. I'm going to tell you about how long it took me to charge this up. I'm kind of disappointed that it's only a USB mini. It's not a USB-C. But, you know, and this one actually is a 5 volt and it's only 1.8 amp. Of maximum charge part of it. The dimensions are about 6.1 inches by 3.35 by 1.37 inches. The weight on this is, I thought it was a little heavy when I first got it. It kind of went, ooh, well, it's got a little weight to it. It's about 1.18 pounds or 538 grams. It does have an LED light here with 3 features. It will be a steady, and SOS, and a strobe. I'm going to show you that when we go through the operations. And that's pretty much it for the features. You do get a little snap that holds this together, and it's a loop. It's a little loop. So you'll see in some of the pictures here that you can hang this up on a backpack or something if you have a clip for it. And it's a water resistant construction. It does have a little flap to cover the ports on there. I wouldn't drop it into water, but it is kind of water resistance, and it's got kind of a leather-like thing to it. So that's kind of the features. Let's talk about what comes in the box. Now what you get in the box, it's actually very simple. You get the unit like we've been showing you before. You do get a small charging cable. Now this thing is not very long, so you need to be pretty close to your power supply, and it does not come with the little power brick that you get to plug this in. So you can use this into a computer or your own power brick. And I'm going to tell you again a little bit about some charging things that I found about this in a little bit. And you get a owner's manual, which again, it's very simple. It's pretty easy to do. There's not a whole lot going on here. So that's what you get in the package. Okay, now comes the part where I tell you, does this really work? Well, here's some of the things I found. First of all, the solar panels are pretty cool. But if you have a totally dead battery pack and you want to charge it up completely, you're going to have to leave this out in the sun for probably a week or 2 weeks or longer, because the 6 watts of power this generates is not a whole lot to charge your battery. It's going to take a whole long time. I think it's more designed to keep your battery topped off, just so you don't run down on battery too much. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of novel. It's not really that much of a power. So now for charging this up through the wall outlet, when I first got it, I did plug it in, and within a couple hours it was completely charged, but it was mostly full already. So what I did is I totally drained it by charging up my cell phone. I'm going to talk to you about that in just a minute. But to charge this battery up from completely dead, it was completely dead. It wouldn't even it was almost turn on, but that was it. Just one little bar. I plugged it into a power socket kind of brick thing, right? And I started about 8 o'clock in the morning, and by 10 or 11, it was still not completely charged. So that was about 15 hours, and I had to go to bed because it was already late. When I got back up the next morning, it was completely charged. So I'm saying to charge this up is going to be more than 15 hours from complete dead. Now I did try using my quick charger from my cell phone, which is a higher output of voltage. Now it didn't work. It didn't even register with the unit that it was charging. So you really can't use a quick charger to charge it. You have to use a slow charger, which is supposed to be better for batteries, they say. But it's going to take you a long time, so make sure that you know ahead of time that you're taking off with this and you need to have it run. You're going to charge it up the night before, the day before, a couple days before to make sure it's completely charged. So now comes the part of how does it charge your phones. I used my Samsung S20 FE to give you the exact phone model, and I had about 15% charge on it. Well, I plugged it in, and it took quite a while. It took about 3 to 4 hours to charge up my phone. So, I mean, not too bad. It'd be great to keep your phone topped off. If you needed it in a hurry, you can get some juice out of it. And it only really charged my phone, it was like 2.5 to 3 times. Now, I did have to use my phone while it was charging a few times as well. So I was consuming power from it as it was charging. So I'll say maybe 3.5 times possibly if you just set it and forget it and not use your cell phone. Again, it was on. If you turn your phone off, you could probably get more use on that. And so that was 4 times before I had a dead battery here. And you do get 2 ports like I showed you before, so you can charge 2 units at the same time. Of course, you're only going to get so many times to be able to charge it. So bottom line really on this thing is I like power packs. I've had them before. It's great for emergencies, for backups. My cell phone, particularly because it's brand new, can go a day and a half, almost 2 days without having to charge it, and that's being used as well. So a fully packed, a battery pack that's full, I could get probably a good week or so out of my phone because I only have to charge it up every other day-ish type of thing. The flashlight on here is kind of cool. Kind of a cool little feature in case if you need a flashlight in an emergency. So now, do I recommend it for traveling? You bet. It is a little heavy, so trying to put it in your pocket, unless you got some big heavy pockets, but you throw it in a backpack or a bag when you're traveling, it is not a problem at all, and you can really get a lot of usage out of this to power up your cell phones and your cameras and things when you're traveling. There's a lot of power to it, so I'd say go get it if you're interested in this particular product. All the specs and all the information, of course, are located down below in a link. It is an Amazon affiliate link. It does not cost you anything at all. But if you buy one with that, I think I get a couple cents out of it. So it supports the channel, and I do really, really appreciate it. So until next time, life is short, so live it and travel more and have some backup battery packs.